How is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. For sheer devilment and sheer delight, we're going to take a look at Bob Dylan, the Bootleg series. This series started in 1991 and up to now there's been 15 volumes, so let's check them out right now. It all started off in 1991 with Bootleg series volumes 1 to 3, rare and unreleased 1961 to 1991. 3 compact discs. I think it also came out on vinyl and cassette. It probably would have at the time. I might say about this maybe 20 years ago. There's some good stuff on this. The first disc is from around 1961 up as far as 1963. Second disc is 63 to 74, and the third disc is 74 to 89. So there's a lot of stuff on this. 3 CDs. Yeah, and a booklet which has annotations on every track, and photographs, dates, recording dates. Dylan on the roof fixing his TV aerial, I guess. Slow Train Coming sessions. See Mark Knopfler, young Mark Knopfler, in there. Great photo of him running up the street with a drum. Yeah, so this covers the general compilation really. Goes right up as far as Oh Mercy. There's some outtakes as well from Infidels. And there you are. So yeah, this is a pretty good compilation, and I think it's kind of a must-have in every fan's collection. Volume 4 is a 2-disc set. This is the Royal Albert Hall concert. It's not really, as it's a misnomer. This was recorded in Manchester in 1966. This was a controversial show. The first half is Dylan acoustic, and then the Hawks, which became the band, play with him on this. So that's when he became electric, and you know the story. Judas getting booed off the stage and stuff like that. There you go, Columbia discs. Yeah, this is a good one. This is really cool. I think Jimmy Page said that this was his favourite album of all time. There's Dylan with a nice Fender Telly. It's very nicely done. Great black and white images. Dylan with his manager, Albert Grossman. Newport Festival. I love all these photos. It's fantastic. So this one was released in '98. So there was a bit of a gap between the first 3. Bootleg number 5 was released in 2002. This is called the Rolling Thunder Revue. This is absolutely great. In fairness, top-notch band and some great selection of tracks in good quality as well. This is from the 1975 tour. Yeah, this is great. There's some excellent renditions of the songs. Lively performances. That's a great shot. Yeah, and I like the songs from Blood on the Tracks and Desire. Here's with Gordon Lightfoot. I think Dylan once said about Lightfoot that when you listen to his songs, you just don't want them to end. Yeah. Dylan has just turned 80 recently as well. And I would say at this stage he's an American icon and probably one of the greatest singer-songwriters and poets of the last 500 years. Bootleg number 6 was released in 2004, and this is live in 1964 concert at Philharmonic Hall. So this would be a solo set, but there is some songs here with Joan Baez. Tasty discs on this one. There's Bob walking down the street. Philharmonic Hall is obviously the concert hall in New York City. Yeah, he's a great performer, even on his own. The words will pull you in. There's Dylan with a bass. It's not the first time, there's another photo with him playing a bass as well. Joan Baez. Very nice, exciting stuff. Bootleg number 7 is No Direction Home, the soundtrack. This was the Martin Scorsese picture. This just contains live and alternative versions of songs through his early career to the mid-60s. All unreleased at the time too. That is a cool photograph. Dylan did have a motorcycle accident. Backed in and messed himself up. That's an outtake from Freewheeling. I'm not going to go into too much detail about the tracks on each one because I'll be here forever. This is just the package and the actual bootleg content. There you go, with a Fender jazz bass. That's a beauty. Bandmaster amplifier. That's what I love about these photographs, because there's a lot of Fender eye candy there. There you go again, Tele Strat, Fender bass. Golden era. There we go. Very, 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 very nice. Next up is bootleg number 8, and this is Telltale Signs, rare and unreleased, 1989 to 2006. I like this. I really like this one. You know, it's Dylan in the 90s. There's some great stuff on it, great playing as well. A lot of live, unreleased, but I really enjoyed it. A lot of bluesy stuff on it. Yeah, I was quite surprised with this. You know, I kind of like, I think 70s Dylan is my favourite. Now, obviously 60s songs are some of his best writing. But I like the electric Dylan. There you go. Oh, it's one of those funny boxes that I shouldn't have taken out of it. Anyway, here he is when he was young. Yeah, there's some good stuff on this. It was very enjoyable. There he is with a nice Gibson Les Paul. The rapper. I read here, I was kind of surprised that he was into rap and hip hop at the time, back in 89, 90. He just didn't have much faith in his own music at the time, even though he just churned out Oh Mercy, one of his best albums of the 80s. He was into Run DMC, NWA and all that stuff, because he felt they were kind of valid and they were saying a lot more than other genres. Maybe he was right, yeah. It would have been great to see Dylan making a hip-hop album though, although it might be a misadventure, but it would be very interesting to hear if he actually did make one. Bootleg number 9 is the Whitmark demos, 62 to 64. His first demos, and some unreleased songs as well. So that's all the early stuff. I think what they did was you sat down with a guitar and played them into a tape recorder, very rough, and the lyrics were typed out or something like that. These were never meant to be released, you know, they were just songs that were for copyright. Only got this one recently as well. I haven't got around to listening to it yet. But yeah, he's almost got mythical status. Yeah. Bootleg number 10, another self-portrait. This is 1969 to 1971. It covers that era. This came out in 2013. So covers stuff from Self-Portrait, Basement Tapes, New Morning. I like the way they have two different discs sometimes in the box. Yeah. Great photographs there with the drum. There's a lot of those shots. The master tapes. Yeah, this is fantastic. Look at that. I've often wondered, you know, are those, what's that? Arturo's, something like that. Coal oven pizza. I wonder, like, who was driving that that pickup truck? You know, where is it now? It's crazy. Yeah, great photos here as well. It's great. Doing it on the farm. Volume 11 is Bob Dylan and the band, the Basement Tapes, Raw. This is from 2014. Basement Tapes was a bootleg, and then it was released in 75 by Columbia. But it says that this is the closest to the Raw tracks that were recorded in 1967. Some good stuff on here. The bands were great. Really good, even in their own right. This was the original cover for the Columbia release. Big Pink, the house that they used. Somewhere in New York State. Yeah, worth a listen. Volume 12, the best of the cutting edge. This is from 65 to 66. Obviously you can tell by the cover, it's the blonde on blonde era. Highway 61 era as well. There's some great photos in this. We've got base photograph again. Very nice stuff on this. They're all great, really. You know, and for the price, I mean, you know, you're getting a slice of history for pittance. Next up is Trouble No More. This is volume 13, 1979 to 1981. This is the gospel era, the Born Again. From 1979 to 81, you had Slow Train Coming, Saved, and Shot of Love. A lot of talk about God and these. A lot of people kind of think he went over the top with all that. There's some great music from this era. There's no way around that. This 2 CD compilation is kind of mainly live stuff. There also exists a deluxe edition where you can get a lot more stuff, but you will pay for that. Mainly live stuff, and there's some great music on this. Singing is fiery, good backing band. A lot of these came from cassettes, recorded on the board in concerts, and you see the albums here. Yeah. I like this era. Slow Train Coming is a great album. Shot of Love is good as well. It's later when they came out, but looking back, people realise that they are good. And they are. Okay, volume 14 is More Blood, More Tracks. This is kind of an excerpt from the bigger box set. It's kind of disappointing really, because it's just a regular single CD. It's the only one of the bootleg series that is a single CD and comes in a jewel case. Without a sleeve, a slip sleeve and stuff. Still good though. It's more or less blood on the tracks with minimal instrumentation. These were the original sessions. Well, it's a pity that they didn't flesh out the single version a bit more, you know. But they didn't. Blood on the Tracks is cited as one of Dylan's best albums. And it is a great album. Sad album. That's a great shot with all the tape recorders in the background. Excellent. Yeah. But like I said, it's a pity that they didn't flesh this out and make it a double like the rest, but that didn't happen, and this is what you get. And finally we have Travelling Through, and this is featuring Johnny Cash, and it's volume 15, 1967 to 1969. It's different from the others. It's got stuff from John and Wesley Harding, Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash sessions, and the second disc is also Johnny Cash sessions. It's different because it comes in a completely different package to the rest of them. You get CDs and single sleeves. And, Nashville Skyline cover outtake. Looks like John Lennon there. Two legends, Dylan and Cash. So there you have it. Essential stuff. Everybody should have, if you're a Dylan fan. Oh, nearly knocked the camera over. So there you go, that's it. That's the Bob Dylan bootleg series 1 to 15. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to subscribe, and thanks for watching, and take care.